Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Concept Department. I'm Darren Bacon, and today we're going to be working on a sketch. So I guess to get started, let's just dive right in and start drawing. All right, so getting going, starting with the blank canvas, this is always the worst part, obviously because there's just nothing to go off of. So far, what I've done is I have done a little thumbnailing before I got started, just some really loose sketches to get an idea of what I was going to be drawing today. This concept I wanted to do was just some weird rover moon buggy thing, and I always think they're fun. So I just figured it'd be a good place to start. And like right off the bat, what I tend to do is try to work out my design, like overall shapes, with like the lightest value marker I have. So I think I've started with like a C1, like a cool one, which is like a 10% gray, to sort of block in or like rough outlines, to give me like the overall shape. And then start to resolve forms with darker markers. So like working with like a C3 over the top of that. And then, really quickly just going into line work. I like to tend to spend a lot of time on wheels on vehicles, just because I think it really helps kind of sell the perspective and the structure of what's happening. So I'll just get going in those, in the wheels, and in whatever the main architecture, the main structure of the object is going to be. I'm going back and forth a lot with line work and marker, just sort of chipping away at the design. I'm thinking about forms, and I'm also being cautious right now of preserving some blank space. I still think the final result of this is a little busy. If I were to spend more time on this, or take it into Photoshop to resolve more, or do another version, I think what I would do is be a bit more careful and thoughtful about my big shapes and preserving some really smooth, clean big areas. I did it a bit. I mean, I have like this rear quarter panel of this vehicle that's just completely smooth, but I think would have liked to do that a little bit more. And I feel like this does get a little busy. It's kind of the nature of the design, because I decided to start sketching this crazy articulating off-road vehicle thing. So it was going to be busy. It's just one of the things that is sort of a bummer, I guess. And looking back on it, if I could change one thing about the design, that would be it. And that's what I'll work on maybe next, or do it for myself later. But for this exercise, this is probably enough. I really wanted to just get a concept out there. This is something that typically, if I was going to be doing this in a production setting, it would be like a few of these a day, and then maybe it would resolve in like combining a couple or tweaking it. Like, I just really want to get a sketch that's good enough that I can, show it to a director and sort of get feedback. And so now I'm mixing up some gouache, because I had some errors in this forward suspension structure, and so I wanted to bring it forward. So I'm just painting in opaquely with gouache to kind of use like an eraser. I mean, if I was doing this digitally, I would just be grabbing some gray value and painting over it. But I wanted to do it in gouache, just to kind of show you that it's pretty easy to just do these things quickly with some paint if you have some handy, and it'll just save you some time in post. And it's kind of nice just to have a sketch that's worked pretty far traditionally. And here I'm adding a little bit more suspension with my gouache. One of the final steps will just be kind of going in here and noodling a bit and adding some minor details with a dark pen. All right, so here's the final result. I think it turned out pretty good. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe. That'd be great. Also, please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll see you online. Until next time, thank you.